Hey ladies, I thought I would come in. I have been wanting to get to this all day, so I am going to just quickly share this across to my other page. So give me 2 seconds, okay? Well, I can't even do that, so I'll just have to wait. So today I wanted to come in and, hey Natalie, how are you, love? Today I wanted to come in. We have just had the beautiful new moon, just the other week, last week, and then we had the amazing manifestation portal on Sunday, which was the 11th of the 11th of the 11th year. So it was a massive, massive time where we are at maximum potential to be able to manifest the shit out of whatever it is that we want. So I wanted to come in and share with you. I'm going to do this every day for 5 days. Share with you 5 different ways to be able to elevate your manifesting potential. To me, I think it's about having some fun. It's about understanding that to be able to manifest, we need to be able to look at, hey Rachel, how are you? We need to be able to look at how do we get in tune with that energy of abundance. Manifesting is about abundance. Hey Becky, how are you? How is everyone? I'll send little waves out to everyone because now I can do that. So let me know if you can hear and see me. And let me know if this resonates with you. So I'm going to be doing 5 days, every day come in and just do a little tip on how to be able to elevate your manifesting potential, to be able to elevate your abundance. And who doesn't want that? And abundance is on more than just on abundance of money. It's about abundance of time. It's about abundance of energy. It's about understanding that you are entitled to have your dreams come true. As you all know, I am a big believer in knowing that dreams do come true. And I want to be able to help you ladies be able to unlock that potential within your own self. So we're going to be looking at 5 different ways to be able to tune into the energy of abundance and be able to maximize this amazing manifesting portal that is around at the moment and really start to get completely connected with owning the fact that you're entitled to have your dreams come true. So feel free to jump in. Hey Kim, how are you, love? So today I wanted to come in and talk about sharing one tip, one little exercise, which I'll do every single day. Today happens to be a late day because Mondays I put out my post, and so it's a really late tuning in for you girls, but this is awesome because I get to spend some time with you. And so what I will be doing is I'll be coming in and sharing a little Facebook Live on a little tip on being able to find 5 different fun ways to be able to tune into the energy of manifesting an abundance as well. So I'd love to hear, as I give you these exercises, to come back in and share your experience, share what happens, come in when something exciting happens, and celebrate that win with everyone within the group. So today I want to talk about the element of being respectful of money, respectful of abundance, and that element of gratitude. And how we get to be able to express that is we usually have a look inside of our wallet and define whether we feel abundant, whether we've got money. Today we are pretty much a cashless society, but we still like to have money in our wallet. But what happens and usually in most cases, with most women, but I'm also finding it's happening with men as well, is that our wallets are filled with receipts. Consumable amounts of receipts. We get receipts everywhere, we shove it in our wallet, shut our wallet up, and off we go. Our wallet is the symbology of what holds our wealth, as far as being able to walk around with it and have feeling abundant. How many of you ladies have a wallet full of receipts? I know I used to at one time, running businesses and always keeping receipts. It was easy to find that come after a month. I just had so many receipts that once I learned that it was showing disrespect for having nothing but, a whole shit ton of receipts sitting in my wallets, every week I go through my wallet and I empty it out, or even sometimes I'll come in daily and just any receipts that I've got I will actually put into a specific area. So I'd love to know if this is resonating with you. So number one tip for today is about going through your wallet and have a look at how many receipts that you've got going in there, as well as how many cards do you have. I usually remove them so I got along and don't have a big wallet. Yeah, totally, Natalie. That is usually the reason why we get rid of the receipts, because our wallets just get so consumed, and then we don't even know how many we've got in there. And then in the end, when we go to take them out, we have to sit through and go through and have a look to see which ones to keep. And that's time consuming. And again, we want to have an abundance of time, and sitting there wasting it, going through your wallet is very time consuming. But what that does is, and the other thing, as I just mentioned, is how many of you ladies, I had a look at my mum and my sisters the other day, and I just about choked. They have store cards from 50 million places. My mum almost like pulled out, it just cracked me up because it like so reminded me of old school, this like little pocket, this like little insert that she puts into her wallet, and she opens it up and it's got all these store cards. And I'm like, Mom, like, what the hell are you doing? Like, that's crazy. She said, well, I don't know what else to do with them. So along with today, I'm going to share with you another little tip. There is an app, especially for people in Australia, so you'll have to check out depending on where your location is. There is an app, a free app, and it's called Stowe Cards, STOCARDS. Stowe Cards works in conjunction with 50 million other kids and other stores, and all you need to be able to do is take a picture of your store cards, and it will keep all of the little barcodes that are there inside the Stowe Card app. So therefore, I mean, there's never a chance that people usually go to the shops and don't have their phones on them. So you're always going to have access to your cards, and Stowe Cards keeps a massive amounts of cards working in conjunctions with them. So definitely go in if you're finding that your wallet is filled with so many store cards, because we all want to be able to reap the extra benefits that we can by having the cards, whether you get a $10 gift card sent out to you or some sort of discount. So I'm not saying get rid of them, but instead of having them all sitting in your wallet, you could have them just sitting inside Stowe Cards, and therefore you still have access to be able to redeem all those points and be able to get any benefits that you normally would, and still be able to have them scanned so that you can get the benefits. But you don't need to be keeping those cards inside of your wallet consuming energy, because that's what they are. All of those cards are consumable energy that are just sitting inside of your wallet. And then you've got the energy of old receipts. And therefore we start to find that there's usually not a lot of time where we actually start to know where our money is sitting, because we just shove it in there. For myself, I am pretty particular, and this is the tip number 3. Once you have gone through and got rid of your receipts and allocated your cards back into Stowe Cards, and then store them away in another, like you could keep them in one of those like little wallet accessory things that I was saying my mum had, and just keep it inside your handbag so you've still got access to them, but they're just not sitting inside of your wallet. The third thing is to be able to go through and be able to have a look at the cash that you've got there and put it in the right denominations. What all of this does is it creates a respect energy back into money, being able to respect money, being able to share. Hey Kira, how are you, love? Being able to show that there is, not only is there respect, but there is a gratitude of what it's taken to receive that money, that abundance mindset. And we want to be able to give it so much love. Now I know that may sound a little bit weird, but if you start to form a really good relationship with money, guess what? You're going to value it more. You're going to respect it more. You're going to love it more. And that's exactly what I want for you ladies to be able to develop with this exercise, is to be able to honestly come back into the group and go, I love money. Because most people will go, we don't really talk about money. And I'm not making the suggestion around talking about money. I'm talking about the fact of being able to openly communicate with yourself that you absolutely love money and not have any guilt association, not have any of those crappy old stories. Or, I mean, I know some of the things that came up for me when I was doing these exercises many years ago would be stories my mum would say when I was a kid. Oh, you know, money doesn't grow on trees. You know, those kind of things. And so therefore, when we have had all of those old limiting beliefs around money, we start to disrespect it in ways that we unconsciously don't even know that we're doing it. So from this exercise, number one is about cleaning out your wallet from all of the shitty old receipts. It's about clearing up all of those store cards that are in there and put it into the app called Stowe Cards. It's about coming back in and then putting all of your money in the right denomination, all of the right way. And you know what? You're going to create this amazing new energy back into your wallet and rejuvenate that energy within yourself, because by you doing that action, it shifts and changes the energy vibration within your own self. Totally agree. That's awesome, Kira. Oh, yes. I used to hear that often, money doesn't grow on trees. I know. I'd love for you ladies to share, what are some of the other crappy money stories or money limitations that were shared with you when you were a kid? What would be some of the things your parents said to you? My mum's always favourite was, you know, money doesn't grow on trees. And, you know, when you're a kid, you sort of think, well, I didn't actually know that it did, but I might go and just check. And if not, why not? Money is evil. Definitely. That's another one. And it's so easy. We forget how incredibly impressionable we are as children. And some of these things that have been expressed and shared with us when we are children hold those same blocks still now as adults, but we just play them out differently. I remember talking with a student of mine a little while ago, and I asked her, we were talking about money and a relationship with it, and she said to me, I was always taught that good people don't have money, or people that have got lots of money have done bad things to get it, or they're not very nice people. And I said to her, how has that shaped you with your relationship with money? And she said, she came out, she said, if I was really honest, she said, I've always pushed away large amounts of money because I thought to myself, I'm a really good person. And if I have to either do something wrong to someone or change who I am to have the money, then I don't want it. So it's amazing how those old stories really do still play out in our unconsciousness. So this is the way in which we get to tap in to be able to have a look to see where some of those limitations are still playing out in our adult form, and rechange that and restructure it and start allowing ourselves to be in a space where we can openly come in and communicate that you're a great freaking receiver and that you love fucking money. And develop this amazing relationship with it and not feel that you are being controlled by an old limitation, and not feel that you need to be able to hide that you do love money. A lot of people will play that down. Oh, you know, I don't worry about money. Bullshit. Money offers so many great things. It offers freedom. It offers flexibility. It offers choices. It's not the money itself, it's what that represents. And everyone that I've ever spoken to always wants freedom, flexibility. They want to be able to enjoy their life. Well, you're not going to be able to do that without money. And unless you learn to develop a really great relationship with money, you're always going to have those old blocks come up. So, you know, it was just a random thing. And I suppose, you know, being an intuition teacher is something that I really do. I do follow my own intuition. Last night I was sitting out there and I'm like, what's something that I can do to share with the girls that are inside this group? How can I help them at this point? And they're like, just go in and share with them how to be able to manifest. And I'm like, but that's, mine is intuition. And I was like, you know what, I'm just going to roll with it. I have just as much knowledge around manifesting and I want to make it as much fun, but I also want to be able to help these ladies that are inside these groups be able to connect into this amazing manifesting portal that we've got, be able to tap into the energy of the new moon, which is all about manifesting and making your dreams come true. In order to be able to do that, to be able to make our dreams come true, we need money. If you want to invest in yourself, if you want to go in a different direction, if you want to do different things in your world, guess what? There is going to be a component that money is going to be needed in order to be able to achieve that. So let's jump in. Let's go and get some cash and honor it, fall in love with it. Communicate that you love money. My son, who is he's 22, he always says to me, he goes, Mum, I love cash. I am so pleased that you taught me about loving money. He goes, because damn well I love it. Look at my new shoes and look at my designer shirt. And I'm like, that is where we get to be able to own that we love money and love the choices that it makes available to us. And to be able to not feel ashamed of being able to communicate that. How many of you women have felt at various times in your life where you felt ashamed to be able to communicate that you want to have plenty of money? I'd love to hear what some of you ladies have around money about. I mean, I'm not saying that we sit there and we go and talk about money with people, but if we don't even communicate that with our own self, guess what? You are automatically creating a resistance block that even if abundance comes to you, even if your dreams come to you, you're going to block them because you're not going to be in a space of being able to love, respect, and allow yourself to receive them. Thank you. I didn't know about that. Regularly clean my purse, but still have all of the stuff. Definitely, Kira. Thank you so much for sharing that, Kira. And that's why I wanted to be able to come in and do this. If we can access this amazing energy that's around and just basically plug into it, yes, there's going to be things that come up to the surface. There's no denying it. That's why I asked you, what are some of the stories that you've had? But it also allows us to be able to get in touch with ourselves on a much deeper level. And have you ever sat there and ever thought to yourself, now, if I won lotto, what would I do with it? Who would I share it with? How different would my life be? How many of you actually give yourself permission to explore the possibility of that? Or how many of you think of that for a moment and go, well, that'll never happen to me, and just walk off and completely shut it down? I know for myself, yes, I think about it all the time. That's awesome. That's awesome, Natalie, because what that does is it allows you to have this beautiful relationship with money. It also allows you to be able to, when you go into that space of visualizing or thinking about what is it that I would do if I won like lotto, what it does is it allows you to also be able to access places within you. Like you start to think about, how could I help change someone else's life? How many times have you thought about, if I actually came into a lot of money, how would I maybe help my siblings if I have a good relationship with them? What different would I be? How different would my life be? But what would be some really important things that I'd still want to install into my children and into my family and into the people around me? Just because I've got money doesn't mean that it's going to change my values. It's going to help me change the direction that I may go in. It may give me more options, but it's not going to change you as a person. And to be able to remember that reminds you to break through those old limitations, that they're someone else's crappy story that was put into you that you don't have to hold on to anymore. So this is where we get to honor that those old stories, you give them back to whoever they gave them to, because they aren't part of your structure. And we start to realize when we open up our mind to being really creative and really imaginative, when we think about what would we do if we won lotto, we come from a place of gratitude. We tap into that love because we now know that love hasn't got boundaries. So there's all these beautiful places within us that gets accessed when we allow ourselves to expand our mind and to be able to connect into the world of just dreaming. And that completely elevates and completely restructures your energy vibration. So the feeling is so great. Yay, I love that when you do that, Natalie. And that's what I was just saying. I cannot even describe it. And that's what I'm so glad. I'm so pleased and so glad that you're sharing this with us. Hey, Robin, how are you, sweetie? We're talking about 5 different, I'm going to be over the next 5 days, coming in every single day and sharing one tip on how to be able to elevate your manifesting potential. So we're in a 11-11-11 manifesting portal, and we've just also had the new moon. So we're talking about, at this point, you'll be able to go back in and listen to the replay on cleaning out our wallet and the symbology of that. But I love how you've shared that, Natalie, is that element of being able to really allow yourself to be immersed, completely submerged in the feeling of how different would your world be if you had that kind of money. And it all starts with these tiny little steps that we take. And so this first number 1 step, which is cleaning out your wallet, clearing out your Stowe cards, putting all your money back in, is about restructuring that energy vibration and being able to come in every time you open up your wallet and say, I love money. Even if you say that within your mind's eye, or how many times do you see coins somewhere? Do any of you ladies, whenever you see coins on the street or wherever you're at, do you actually stop and pick them up? The reason I ask this is I am 45 years of age and I still do that. And my husband will say to me, it happened just the other night when we were out going to the movies, there was a little 5-cent piece and I stopped and picked it up. It's a little bit annoying because with having acrylic nails, it's a little bit hard to pick it up. So you can sort of look like a bit of a weirdo there for a bit. And my husband said, you can be embarrassing sometimes. And I said, honey, it is not about embarrassing. And I certainly don't want to do that. But I said, I've been doing these manifesting mantras within myself for days. If I walk past that, I am dishonoring all that work that I've done. This is a beautiful sign that is coming through, that the work that I am doing is showing up. So I'm not going to dismiss that. So I'm sorry if that does make you feel uncomfortable, but I'm still going to do that. Always love it, Robin. And I'm so pleased, Natalie, that you also do as well. These are all beautiful symbologies of how we get to restructure our mindset around manifesting and abundance. They're all done with tiny little steps that we do. These tiny little thoughts, these tiny little actions all add up to be a big snowball effect around the relationship that we have around money and abundance and allowing ourselves to receive. So I would love to be able to hear how each one of you ladies feel when you have gone through your wallet, cleared everything out. I'd love to be able to hear, how do you feel after you have done that? And remember, your little mantra that you say once you have cleared it and you've got it looking there all gorgeous is saying, I love money. Really feel into that. To me, when we do this, it's like spring cleaning. How many times you go into your wardrobe and you go, man, I've got stuff everywhere. And you go through and you spring clean out your wardrobe and you get rid of anything that you don't need. All of a sudden, your wardrobe just feels lighter. The energy in there shifts. You feel more freedom. Well, that can happen for each and every one of you as you go through your wallet. So I would love for you ladies to come back in and just share your experience of what's been some of the things that may have shifted. What are some of the things that actually came up for you? Was there some old stories that came up for you? And if so, what are they? I'd love for you to be able to share them. As you ladies know, I created this group because I want you girls to be able to feel that you can come in and communicate whatever is going on without fear of judgment, and knowing that you don't have to do this journey your own. So if there is stuff that comes up, please bring it up, because then I know how I can help you further. I may be able to give you a tool or a tip or something to be able to help you break through that old limitation or that block. But sometimes even just owning it, the moment that a limitation that comes up, if when you're going through your wallet or doing any one of these little exercises, if anything comes up, all I want for you to do is just to be able to honor it. Don't buy into it. Don't get sucked into it. Just be able to remember this is just an old representation of what has been a block holding you back in the past. So that is a gift. It is something beautiful and symbolic for you to be able to go, wow, I never realized that this is how I actually felt, or the depths of how much I took it on board. Thank you, Rachel. I will start saying I love money. That is awesome, Natalie. Sorry, hun, back on. No worries, Kerry. You might just have to listen to the replay, sweet. That's how I feel too. I feel there is major shifts, and I clear my wallet, but regularly, and heaps of money keeps money. That is awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that, Robin. So yeah, that's my number one tip that I am coming in to share with you today. I will have another 4 more tips over the next 4 days, and each time just go through, do the exercises, see what comes up, see what shifts within you, see the changes that are going to occur with you over the next 4 days. Over the next 5 days, as we go through being able to elevate your manifesting potential. So thank you, each and every one of you ladies, for jumping on. It's been so awesome to be able to connect in with you and share this experience with you. I am going to put a post up after this. You'll have to mind. Just saying day 1, manifesting potential, what today's tip is. And you can come through and leave any of your experiences either back in the video underneath here or back underneath that post. And every single day I'll put up what the particular theme is and what we're going to focus on to be able to help elevate your potential to manifest the shit out of whatever you want. Be able to allow the floodgates to open, to allow yourselves to receive all of that abundance, but step into that space and reclaim that within you, that inherent abundant mindset, because it is only our human component that has interrupted the connection between you being able to receive everything that you were abundantly here to be supplied for. It's only your human mind. So let's break through some of that shit that's been put in your head, and let's just clear it once and for all and open up that beautiful... Whenever I do this, I always feel it's like that where the chains just get taken off you and you just feel that expression of freedom, almost like if you were a bird and you could just fly. When we break through all of these kind of human counterparts that have created our blocks, this is where we get to have not only emotional freedom, but our spirit and our soul gets to be able to be free from all the shit, from all the old restraints, and free to be able to express what it is always deeply known so much within you. Because I bet you each and every one of you women here right now, and I would love to hear that, love to know if this resonates with you, that you've always known in some way, shape or form that you were born to be able to have everything that you ever desired to come to fruition. Things that are truly important for you, whether it's the funds to be able to, start a new business venture, or the funds to be able to have a car that is reliable, funds to make sure that your bills are paid and you've got food on the table and you have a nice home, funds to be able to go on those holidays, funds so that you've even just got some funds that just sit in the bank, and you've got that freedom to know that, and that safety to sit there and know that there's funds sitting in the bank. It's important to be able to come in and own that you absolutely, and build this incredible relationship with money, so that we don't think of it as this, if I do that, I'm going to get money. Money is an exchange. It comes from millions of different resources. It doesn't just come from going to work. And we are not put on this earth just to work and then die. That is just a horrible, if it is, then I would much rather be taken out now, because that is just so not cool. But we all know deeply within us that we know that we were put on this earth abundantly and that we can manifest rapidly. And if that is something that we believe, it's about time we allowed those beliefs to come to the surface, get rid of some of that junk and create more space to connect into that energetic frequency of where those beliefs are, of knowing that you're abundant. Thank you, beautiful. My pleasure. Kira, it was wonderful. Blessings to you, Robin. Thank you so much, gorgeous. Absolutely, hun. I deeply know that it is my birthright to be abundant. You are dead right, Kira, and now it is time to be able to own that. Not hide it, but simply own it. And the only person that we need to own it to is within our own self. We don't need to scream it from the rooftop, but we need to be able to honor that and own it and within our own self and live it and breathe it. Not say one thing, but our actions do something different. We're going to bring everything into alignment over these next 5 days and have a shit ton of fun while we do this. So please come back and share your experiences. And even if you have done this exercise before, please come in and even just share what are some of the things that shift and change within you and some of the things that come up into your consciousness to be able to help share that experience with other people that may not have done this ever before. But thank you so much, ladies. It has been awesome, awesome, awesome to share this time with you. Much love to you all and take care.